Hello, friends in the YTPC. David here. Sorry, I got my key lamp going, so it gives me kind of a outer worldly glow. Anyway, I wanted to get on today, and I got a birthday gift. One of them being Five Brothers Tobacco. So I've got some right here. You can see. It looks like a big mess of pencil shavings with some little horseshoe-shaped things that I think Jess was talking about. But I'm going to pack up a bowl. Now, got a special pipe here. This bowl was also given to me by my daughter Emily for my birthday, or for Father's Day, or maybe Christmas a few years ago. But it's a small bowl, which I think is appropriate for five brothers. So I'm going to go ahead and stuff some in here. I've heard it's a little high in nicotine, so we'll see. I haven't had any issue with nicotine for a while. So I might be pushing my luck here, but I'm seated in my outside patio, and so if I fall or slump over, hopefully my wife won't look out. She'll think I've had a heart attack and succumb to my pipe smoking that's finally caught up to me. But anyway, let's give this a shot. Five brothers in a Townsend's pipe, clay pipe, okay, with a reed stem, wooden stem. Let's see what happens here. Well, today is my birthday. I am 63 years old today, according to legend. To relight here. All right, let's see. Of course, my mother passed away a little over a year ago, last, January the 31st of 2024. No, 2025. But according to her, I was born at 10:35 p.m. So she would have called me today to wish me happy birthday, and she would have said something like, "Well, it's not really your birthday yet, right? You're not really whatever age, 63 yet, because you weren't born until 10:35 tonight." So anyway, she won't be calling me this year, unfortunately. But her friend Darlene called me and kind of told me the story of the night of my birthday, which is always fun. She was my mom's friend since high school, and she'll be 83 next week. Her birthday is a week after mine, but she was when I was born, the night that I was born, she was at my grandparents' house where my mom lived. My mom was giving her a permanent. It was a Saturday evening, so I guess that's what you did back then when you're 19 and didn't really do any cruising of Chester or anything yet. Or anyway, she was at home, so she was giving her friend Darlene a permanent, and apparently she had gotten into an argument with my Aunt Debbie about something, and my Aunt Debbie said something that irritated her. Legend has it my mom stomped her foot, and 2 hours later, I was born. But my mom's friend Darlene said that she was the recipient of the perm that my mom was, giving her, and she said that she never was able to get that perm finished, and she was really embarrassed. But she went to the hospital with my mom and her family anyway. So that's a fun story. I always get to hear about once a year. Fun memories for her and for me too. It's kind of sad because she's really the only person left alive that knows a lot about my childhood. I like the way this tobacco tastes. Five Brothers, good stuff. Anyway, she was my mom's best friend, and after my mom had me, a couple years after my mom had me, my mom moved from my grandparents' house, and they shared shared an apartment in different places until I was about 12 years old. And that at that point, my mom got married again, or got married, and her friend Darlene got married a few years after that. But so she was around my entire childhood and up until junior high school, and so yeah, she's one of the few people, are really the only person left that knows me from when I was a child and knows my story as much. She was really like a second mom to me all those years. I remember her helping me with my spelling tests and multiplication tables, all those types of things. She got me my first wristwatch in the first grade, little Timex. So, a lot of special memories with Darlene. Her husband just passed away about a month and a half ago, so she's had a tough year. I mean, my mom, best friend, passed away last January before last, and then her husband, John, passed away just about a month and a half ago. So yeah, she's had a tough year. Well, I made the video. I don't think I ever published that video. No, I never did. I went down a couple weeks ago and helped her with her driver's test. She needed to pass the vision portion, but she asked me to go along with her to help her with the computer stuff because she needed to input her information into the computer at the DMV, and she was afraid she wouldn't be able to do that. So I went down there with her and helped her input that, and then she took me to lunch afterwards. We ate at a place that used to have a bowling alley called Westchester Bowl here in town in Bakersfield, but they're known for the best fish and chips in town, so we had that and had a nice visit. I took the little red car and had the top down on my way home, which was a lot of fun. It was a very nice day, sunny and spring-like. So far I'm not feeling any ill effects from the 5 brothers, but I'm not, well, I don't know. I may not be smoking it quite as much as my other pipes, my other bowls sometimes, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, today, so my birthday was today, and Saturday evening, the kids came over. Actually, Saturday afternoon, it was Valentine's Day, so we knew everyone would have plans, probably Valentine's Day evening. So we invited the kids over on Saturday for lunch. So out of all the things to make for lunch, I'm the one that cooks in the family usually. Not that someone else wouldn't have, but anyway. I ended up, I just told my wife I just like to grill, have a weenie roast. So we roasted about 24 weenies, and I made a pasta salad, and there were some chips, and then my wife, when we were dating and first married, she always made me birthday cake in the shape of a heart because it's close to Valentine's Day being the 16th, Valentine's Day being on the 14th. So forever, that's what kind of cakes I had. And then a few years ago, she used to make this cake called a Texas sheet cake, which is, if you don't know, it's a very very chocolatey. It's a pancake. I mean, no, not a pancake. It is a sheet pancake. So you put it in a large sheet pan. It's only about, maybe it's an inch thick, but you bake it up in there. It's got all sorts of good stuff, cocoa and buttermilk and, of course, all the sugars and all that. You bake it, then you make an icing. And the icing actually is, melted butter, margarine, and cocoa, and a lot of powdered sugars, and walnuts. So you make all this, you put the icing on when it's hot. So it's like a big layer, shiny cake. I'll try to put a picture of it on here because it's pretty nice looking and tastes really good. So my wife usually makes me those, but since she was working on a Friday, and Saturday the kids were coming over, I told her I'd make it. So I spent Friday afternoon making the Texas sheet cake. So we had that along with the hot dogs and the pasta salad for my birthday. So the kids came over. I got lots of neat gifts. And my son Spencer bought me an album shaped like a pumpkin. It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, the soundtrack, which is really neat. Even though it's not the right season, it was a cool gift. My son Christian got me a book called The Lost City of Z. It's about Colonel William Fossey, yes, and he was an explorer that basically disappeared in the Amazon in the early 1900s. So this book is about retracing his steps and trying to figure out what happened to him. So he gave me that book. He also ordered me some other item. It's coming from Portugal or something. I have no idea what it was, but my son Christian wrote these little clues, and he hid them in different places in my office. So they're clues so far dealing with the Roman Empire and the Byzantine Empire, the church, and all. So these are all clues to my next gift. So I don't know what that's going to be, but it's been fun finding those. So I'll find the clue, I'll figure it out, I text him the answer, and he gives me the location of the next clue. So one clue was in my player piano, in the part where you put the music rolls. Another clue was under an old globe that I have in my office. Another clue was I have a fez hat, It wasn't under that fez. So it's been a lot of fun. I have another one. It's in the house, so today's clue. Anyway, it's been fun doing that. And then my daughter Emily, she got me an old velvet tobacco tin, and she put in there 4 little scrolls of paper, all rolled up with twine, and she ordered me some tobacco, but it didn't get here in time, so she had written and printed out the tobacco type on these little scrolls. So I just got this today. One of those being Five Brothers. Five Brothers. What else was it? She gave me a pouch of velvet, a pouch of the Five Brothers, Cajun something, and then Hana Bookshop. So, and then she gave me some pipe cleaners, of course, which is always useful. So anyway, and some licorice from C's Candy Store. So that was really nice. And my wife got me a back scratcher kit because I'm always asking her to scratch my back, and she doesn't enjoy doing that. She says it gets skin under her fingernails. So she got me a cool back scratching kit with a telescopic handle. And what else did she give me? Well, a whole basket of goodies, my favorite snacks. There's something else. Let me think what it was here. Does nicotine do anything like caffeine? Because I feel like I'm a little caffeinated. I haven't had any coffee, so I don't know. So far, I'm liking it, whatever it is. Oh, yeah, she got me some cologne, some cologne called Tommy. And I didn't know that Tommy had a cologne for men. I bought her, is it Tommy? For women? I don't know, maybe nicotine's causing me to feel hyperactive, but it's causing my brain to not function correctly. Anyway, it's a really nice smelling cologne, which I like. It doesn't smell perfumey, it smells clean, which is the best type of cologne. I don't like colognes that smell perfumey and make you feel claustrophobic, but this is a nice, clean scent, which I really enjoy. Anyway, so that was Saturday. Then, so today, we invited the kids all to go to lunch, and we went to an Italian restaurant, and everyone got pizza, and we had a good time, and I came home, took a nap, and now I'm doing this. Talking to you guys, smoking this highly nicotine-infused pipe tobacco, which I really like. Now watch, I'll start puffing too hard, and I'll get dizzy and pass out or something here on in my video. These glasses are bugging me because I can see too much reflection. It's been a nice day today. I got up at about 5:30 this morning. It was dark, of course, then. Come out on the patio here. I always listen to a podcast, Our Daily Bread, real short little Bible podcast. Say quick prayers. Should be longer, usually pretty quick. It's difficult. I've got a list of a prayer list basically. It has about 125 names on it of people, including some of you. And I should be going over that every day. and praying for each and every one of you and my church and my family and friends. Some days I'm just lazy though, and I just tell God to remember all those people on my prayer list. That's kind of lame, isn't it? But it was one of those mornings today. I had time, but I was just being lazy. Anyway, sat out here for a while. The sky was beautiful when it got light. Clear blue sky with a few puffy white clouds. And then about an hour and a half later, the winds began to blow. The sky began to turn gray, or the clouds did. And by the time I went in, at about 9 o'clock, it was pretty windy and things were blown over and the sky was gray. But it was neat to see all that. Very beautiful morning. I enjoyed myself. Sitting out here drinking coffee, smoking my pipe, reading the Bible, or saying a quick prayer, or sometimes a long prayer. Watching a few of your videos, listening to music. That's my ideal idea of a good morning. Tomorrow morning, however, will be different. We'll get up at 5 o'clock, get ready, go for a walk for half an hour, come home, work out for a little bit, take a shower, get my wife to school, and then do whatever I'm supposed to do for that day. Well, I got a cool bookshelf I need to show you guys. It's a rotating bookshelf, and I rarely shop on Temu, but because I think it's kind of a racket. But I saw this bookshelf on Facebook, and it looked really cool. It has like 5 tiers, and it's got room for all these books. So I thought, tobacco storage. So I just finished putting that up this afternoon, so I'll have to show you that. It's going to store a lot of tobacco. I was able to get my son Spencer's tobacco, well, my tobacco now, but I got that put all on there, and then I'm going to be putting some of mine on. So I think I can see it's going to be very useful. I'll have to show you guys where it's at. Maybe I'll just put a picture of it on here at the end of this video. So far, so good with the 5 brothers. No hallucinations or dizziness or anything like that yet. No heart palpitations. Maybe I'm more nicotine tolerant than I realized. Yeah, so tomorrow's back to the old grind. My wife goes back to teaching. She's had a couple long weekends, so that's been very nice. She's been sick though since it's almost a couple weeks. She's had a cold and a cough, and she's getting better now. She had laryngitis last weekend. She couldn't talk at all. Went back to work on Tuesday. Struggled for the rest of the week, but I think she's almost back to normal now. She was able to go to sleep last night without taking any NyQuil, so that was a good sign, a step in the right direction. Just start a 5-brother challenge. 5-brother challenge. Who would be game for that? You videotape yourself. You record yourself smoking your 5 brothers in your pipe and report any ill effects it may be having on you. I think that'd be fun. Before I forget, I've been watching a relatively newcomer to the YTPC. And what is his deal? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Now I can make my glasses on again. He reads stories from Grimm's fairy tale. You guys know who I'm talking about. Some of you do, right? Bear with me while I find this. Uncle Willie's got a video out 2 hours ago. Oh, here we go. He's the
a king
Maine Northwoods Piper. The Maine Northwoods Piper. Cool channel. You should tune him in. Watch him. He tells some really neat stories. I really enjoy him. And he seems to really enjoy telling them, which makes it a lot of fun. And let's see, I guess it's still recording. I'm surprised. I didn't realize I could cruise the internet and still keep the recording going on my laptop, my MacBook. Well, guys, I know you've got other things to do than just sit here and listen to me going on and on and on about my birthday and Five Brothers Tobacco. So I'm going to let you guys go for now. And I hope you all have having a nice evening. And I'll talk to you all soon. God bless.